these two are the Zone Micron. This one is less ripe. This one seems to be a very good ripeness, but it splits because I need to bring the tree inside the house to finish it ripening. When this one start to soften a little bit, I start to bring the tree inside house. This doesn't look maybe not really probably ripe, but we will find out. This one I'm personally excited about this one because I spent $100 on the tree and produce only 2 fruit for this season. This one is Preto, and the rest of the fig tree here, they are Black Madeira, just come from different tree. So many of the grower, they say Black Madeira and Preto, they are just the same variety of figs, but also some other growers believe they are actually different figs. From the looks, it quite similar. This one are Preto and this one Black Madeira. Of course, this one is more dry out, but this one is less dry out. That's why it look more fat. But the shape of the fruit is look very similar. It kind of round on the bottom and with a thick neck, and it very similar look to this guy. But it a little different look from this guy because this one it kind of a round bottom, but also kind of flat. It like in the middle. But this one it kind of very round. This one is look very similar to like a Zone Micron. And for another fruits, it quite a bit different from the rest. It more of the squat, like a flat down here. So it more of the flat ones, and the neck also long from the same tree with this one. This is another fruit that less ripe. So as you can see, it very squat, very flat. My fruit doesn't look that dark because it is late in the season already, and I'm not so sure if it probably ripe. So that's why it look very green. Okay, so first let's cut open Preto. Wow, this is intense dark looking. Seem to be a very good fig. Look like it ripening just fine. It's very jammy also. Let's go find out. For Pretos, it was very jammy, nice berry flavor. It's not syrupy, you may be able to tell. For the sweetness, it around moderate. That it's still a very surprise because consider it's very cool outside. Nighttime temperature drop to 50, sometimes even 40, and it still give me that sweetness that give me a very big hope for the next season. Now come to Black Madeira, that not fully or not super ripe, but it look really good. And also the tree is outside. I left outside, and whatever the Preto gets, this tree also get. So let's see how it stack up. For this one, it has nice flavor, jammy, but not that thick because the fruit is not really dry on the tree or super ripe. It's still kind of underripe a little bit, so it's more kind of light. Also the acidic or the tartness, it quite pronounced. It's same story with the Preto. I forgot to mention earlier. The same fruit, the Preto and Black Madeira here, they has a very tartness because it late in the season. Maybe the sugar isn't there, that's why the flavor of tartness is kind of bumping up quite a bit. This one is from a tree that I bring inside the house that get shocked because I forgot to water and it dropped the leaf. It seemed to be dry out very well also. So let's see how Black Madeira stack up again Figo Preto. Let's cut open. Will it display that it can color or not? Wow, that looks super jammy. It's like a strawberry preserve or strawberry jam. And look at the syconium, it's very thin, only skin that we can see, and skin with the pulp, that all it got here. Wow, if it not spoil, it gonna be taste good. Let's find out. Oh yeah, the skin on this one is very chewy. It like chewing on a rubber. For the flavors, it a lot more intense. I'm not sure it's a berry flavor or kind of a spoil. It's very strong strong taste, but I cannot put my tongue on, put my tone on what is it. But it is stronger compared to the rest of the Black Madeira and Preto that I tried today. And for the sweetness, it a bit just a bit sweeter. And for the tartness, I'm not so sure if I detect this time. Probably the strong flavor, that the tartness, it turned into spoil. Very difficult to tell this time. But overall, the flavor, it seems to be a lot stronger compared to the rest of the fruit. For the last variety, the Zone Micron. This one is kind of underripe, not really perfectly ripe yet. But I'm curious to see will it taste any good despite it not fully ripe. This one, it seems to start cracking, but it's quite soft. Let's cut open. I'm very excited to try this variety. Wow, look at that, how intense it look. It's like a preserved berry or jam right out of the jar. Look, intense dark flavor. For this one, the berry flavor is a lot stronger than Black Madeira, at least for now, right? It's a lot stronger. I cannot pick my tone which one was it, but I feel it's a lot of berry, and it a lot more thicker and a lot more richer. It's super jammy. This one, it despite maybe a day or two underripe, but it's very jammy. Definitely it's not a therapy, you may be able to tell. For the sweetness, it kind of moderate, so compared to Black Madeira and Preto that I taste, it in terms of sweetness, it comparable. For the last piece of the puzzle, this one is the Zone Micron. It start to split. I start to bring the tree inside the house when it's start to swell a little bit, but probably the temperature shock and humid make the fruit just start to split open. But this one, it's still to be it seems to be a very nice ripeness. It's quite soft and dry on the tree. All right, the moment of truth. Ho ho ho! Wow, look at that. Isn't that looking good? It's as good as Black Madeira, maybe even better. Which one is better? This one is the Zone Micron, and this one is Black Madeira. It both look beautiful. I cannot wait to eat it. For this one, it's kind of surprising. Despite it look a lot more ripe, but it's not really that much thicker or richer or jammier. It's very comparable, and the sweetness also comparable. For the tartness or acidics, it's very light. It's not as strong as Black Madeira, but for the sugar, it kind of a little bit better than Black Madeira. So this one, it kind of switching around, like less acidic but more sweet. And the skin is not really as chewy as Black Madeira, of course. And for this season, I really have no any conclusion or judgment at all, because that's all I got. One is split and one is kind of very good ripeness, and that's all I got. The tree is very stingy. It produces only 2 fruit, so only hope for the next season. And that being said, I think I'm gonna finish today's video. And if you like it, yeah, do all those YouTube things, right? Like, subscribe, all those stuff. And thank you. I see you next video. Bye bye.